It's going down in Mexico, shorty. They say Mexico's most wanted dealer, El Mencho, just got in a military operation. And that sent that whole Mexico up, folks. I ain't gonna lie. I heard they was breaking into, I seen it on video. They was breaking into airports and taking American citizens hostage. They tweaking out there, fool. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. Apparently, they got El Mencho's son captured as well. In this video that's going viral on Reddit right now, you see a guy who looked like he in captivity. Apparently, that's El Mencho's son, who I'm pretty sure was part of the leader of the cartels and all that stuff. They're making him keep his head down. They got him, seemed like he got him handcuffed. And it seems like they still in Mexico, so it's you know it's for Showski going down. And then I want to show y'all something else too. Let me see if I can. This is what I want to show y'all right here. So this the video I seen. So after El Mencho got, the cartels start going in the Guadalajara airport and just absolutely causing just it up. Like, they kidnapping American tourists. Look at this, folks. Mother running out with their baggage and their luggage. They in there with. Look at this. Whole state of emergency. All these tourists scared as hell. It's crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Even the TSA agents. Even the TSA agents scared. This is what happens as a result of the war on drugs. Yeah, it's been cracking, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the video I had seen not too long ago. So, and the problem with this is, bro, these people, these cartels is a different animal, gang. Like, they going to real war with the National Guard. Like, we don't see this in America, gang. Like, they in a real combat war, bro. This was yesterday, which I'm pretty sure is when everything sparked up. Like, y'all see that smoke hitting that? That shit is like, they firing, gang. This is different, bro. Like, you don't see no savages from O Block or 63rd or 79th or Bloodhound. You don't see that getting in no shootout with the National Guard. What the f? Barely.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's why I don't understand why the, like, listen, gang. I don't know why I went to Mexico. I told my wife the other day, like, why the f did we go to Mexico? Why did we do that? We weren't supposed to be out there doing that. I ain't never going back to Mexico. Y'all catch me in Italy, for them graves, Switzerland. You know what I'm saying, though? Like South Africa, places that's fucking normal, bro. I'm not going to no place where it's going to war, not with the police. They going to war with the Mexican military, my guy. They got their own, but like, gang, can you imagine what the fuck would happen if a like King Von or Bloodhound Lil Jeff had bulletproof army Humvees and tanks and rockets and shit? Come on, gang. This is a real life, full-blown war, bro. This look like, come on, bro. Gang, it's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that these niggas, okay, they call themselves the cartel, but it's really just a gang. So you telling me this gang of people is going to war with not only the police, but the National Guard and the army? So what the fuck am I supposed to do? You see what I'm saying? What am I supposed to do when y'all going to war with the army? Nothing. I'm finna sit in my crib and make some tacos, man. Y'all, shit. Man, and I know, you feel me? Shit, I know Trump been stingy with the border, but y'all gotta get over the wall, my friend. Something. That is crazy, folks. Trap Lord Ross finna break it down for us. Shout out to
This
Trap Lord
is the
Ross.
latest news. Okay, Mexico's most wanted dealer El Mencho has been in a military operation as violent clashes erupt across the country.
Boy,
and we're seeing footage of burnt out cars, okay, organized crime groups are setting fires all across the Mexican resort city of Puerto Vallarta. On Sunday. They're basically turning the country upside down.
Yeah.
They're taking their ball and going home because their leader, unfortunately, was assassinated. And they're super, super not happy, okay? This is Mexico City. Nemesio El Mencho Oseguera Cervantes, the powerful and long-pursued head of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel and one of the world's most wanted traffickers, died following a Mexican military operation Sunday, handing the country a consequential victory as it looks to show tangible results to the Trump administration.
So I think they're saying that Trump helped Mexico and Mexico's military him for obvious reasons. They wanted him to he was responsible for a whole lot of murders, but he was also responsible for a whole lot of money. So you know how them get when they're Mexican. I ain't f***ing Mexicans. I went to Mexico for my birthday, and I'm safe to say I will never be back. Them tripping. I did not leave the resort. From the grave.
Guerra, a former police officer, led the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG, as it became one of the most powerful and ruthless criminal organizations inside Mexico.
If you know anything about the cartels, you know CJNG has been tweaking. Like, they've been acting a fool for a minute. Like, they taking hostage, they cutting niggas' heads off on camera. They going crazy.
According to the US DEA. Violence would erupt in several states in Mexico after security forces from several federal branches of Mexico's military carried out the operation in the town of Tapalpa in the western state of Jalisco. Mexico's Secretariat of National Defense said that the U.S. authorities provided complementary information that supported the operation. So they're at the Americans. So the U.S. defense official confirmed that an interagency U.S. task force played a role in the operation. However, the precise role that the U.S. played is still unclear. Since its establishment in January, the Joint Interagency Task Force Counter Cartel has regularly worked with the Mexican military through U.S. Northern Command to combat cartel operations along the U.S.-Mexico border, U.S. officials say. However, I just want to emphasize this was a Mexican military operation, so the success is theirs. They want to distance themselves from this, okay, because it's popping off.
Right.
It says, during the raid, CJNG members traded fire with government forces, resulting in 4 gang members being killed at the scene, the defense ministry said. Oseguera and 2 others were seriously injured and died as they were being transported via aircraft to Mexico City, according to the ministry. 3 Mexican military personnel were also injured in the operation and transferred to a hospital.
So they wasn't trying to kill them? 2 others were seriously injured and died as they were being transported via. So I think they wasn't even trying to kill them. I think obviously, you know, I think they was trying to maybe arrest him like they did El Chapo, but obviously them cartels not going for that, okay? So they got into a shootout, and it seemed like he died during treatment.
Mexican president clawed the whole thing. But as you can see, this is the poster, $15 million for the arrest or conviction, and BBC News is trash, so I shouldn't have even loaded that up. But let's have a look at what people are saying on Reddit about this situation. Okay, basically this is going around r/world news. It's got 2,000 comments, 19,000 upvotes. This is super viral and everybody wants to know about it. The leader of the Mexico's Jalisco cartel, Nemesio Ruben Oseguera Cervantes, big one. This dude has basically been the top cartel guy in Mexico for like a decade or more. I've been reading about him for years. He was saying, yeah, there's a famous phone call where he calls the police chief and asks him what the F his officers are doing harassing my boys. And the police chief apologizes and promises to pull everybody back.
I remember that.
All right, I've got the audio here. So let's refamiliarize ourselves with El Mencho's, you know, very, very hardline approach on the police and the amount of power that he has, because this is going to break it down.
16. El Mencho, the notoriously violent leader of Jalisco's New Generation Cartel, was furious after law enforcement began arresting his men and shutting down several of his operations. In response, El Mencho called his local police chief's phone and gave him a scary wake-up call.
Delta 1. Hey, ¿quién habla? Mira bien, hijo de tu madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu gente a la... Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu partida, si no te voy a partir tu madre, tienes toda tu bola de perros. Te tengo identificados 30 güeyes. Hasta tus perros te voy a matar si no te relajas, güey. ¿Cómo ves? Ya está, señor. Ahorita los vamos.
He said, what do you say? That nigga said, yes, sir. It's the police chief, bro. This is the police chief. He calling, cussing his ass out like.
He
said, what do you say? Like it's his daddy or something. He said, what do you say? He said, yes, sir. I'll tell them to back down. Crazy.
Señor, usted me conoce, usted sabe que uno no se mete con ustedes para que se pasen de... No, señor, ahorita yo se las doy.
He said, no, señor.
Míremeles a todos los hijos de su... Porque todos agarran dinero y son buenos de puercos. No quiero que me apagues este...
Basically saying, y'all take my money, so I give y'all my money, and y'all still playing with my people. Even though I'm paying y'all off, y'all taking my money and y'all still doing it. I'm gonna show you something. You feel me?
Teléfono, después te voy a marcar, güey. A ver si no se relajaron a la... Sí, señor. Usted me conoce. Usted sabe que hay respeto.
So even the cops are talking about, look, we're on your side. I'm on your side. All right. People saying, look, yep, though El Mencho does sound shook in that interaction. He probably thought the government is going to replace his ass despite all the bribes he's giving the government, and now looks like it finally happened.
Yeah.
People saying, I live around the state this sack of used to crime around, and as I'm writing this, they're burning convenience stores and pharmacies in retaliation. I don't know what gas station Sushi did to these guys, but they're pissed.
What the does that have to do with anything?
Says the worst part is how they carry themselves around as if they deserve to lash out, like if they were a humanitarian force or rebellion. They're the worst of the worst when it comes to people, and I use that in a broad sense. Says, yeah, you'd think...
I don't want to read Reddit comments all day. It's not his read Wikipedia. Like, what the fuck do I want to read?
What they're doing now is nothing else down. One man entered the ISA, all right, JNG. They control the trade routes, and they control the border plazas. Then on top of it, they control wholesale.
So, yeah, gang. Let me see something real quick, folks.